2023 NCAA Division III Softball National Championship. We are joined by Linfield University after their loss in extra innings 3-2 to Trine University. We're joined by Coach Jackson Vaughn, second to the right. Moving left to right, Bailey Paul, Katie Phillips, and Katrina Johns. Coach, your initial thoughts following this contest?
Super disappointed, obviously. Game, we had obviously lots of opportunities we felt like to win. Out hit them, 10-6, and I think they had 3 errors. And usually when that happens, you have 5, 6, 7 runs on the board many times, and we just didn't get the hits at the right times and left a lot of kids stranded, had opportunities. And then, Taya, I thought, started off a little rough in the first inning and sure settled in and pitched great the rest of the game and gave us every opportunity to win. And we had a weird way to obviously end the game the way it happened. And that obviously did end the game, but certainly we feel like there were so many plays before that decided it, and so that's just disappointing that it ended that way, but also that we just left so many things out on the table. And credit to Trine, they did a good job as well, but certainly on our end, we feel like we left a lot out there today.
What did the umpires say on the squeeze bunt?
They said that it hit the bat a second time, and it was obviously super close because they missed it the first time, and I don't have the privilege of seeing the video.
Yeah.
Just from my naked eye, I knew it was super close. And then we had the obstruction thing with Katie that got overturned that was big, and then we had second, third, and 1 out in that inning, and really our best hitters really up to bat, 3-4, and so that was a pretty golden opportunity there. We had all the momentum after that obstruction call didn't get called, and so many things, as a coach, you look back, should you have squeezed, They were playing pretty tight, but we thought about it. And, there's you look back as a coach, you're like, oh, should we have worked on, intentionally walkings? That's what we were trying to do to Hill at the end, and the pitch gets away. And, so even as a coach, there's going to be all kinds of what ifs on my end. And I know as players, there'll be a lot of what ifs on their end. And that's the way it is when you lose a close game, and particularly to end the year.
I'll open to any of the players that want to respond. What was this journey like for you all, getting to be one of the final 8 teams in the nation, with how many teams are in Division III?
We worked pretty hard pretty much the start of our season, even in the off season when we're not around Jackson. And so coming here was something that it's been a goal from the beginning. It's something that we just worked for, and we pretty much, I think, outwork a lot of the programs and kind of pride ourselves on that. And so when you consider coming here, it's never just we're gonna win conference or anything. It's no, we want to win a national title. So getting to come here and play for that is obviously pretty awesome.
Yeah, no matter what happens, nobody can take away we were the final 8. I'm so proud of this team and what we've overcome to be here. I can't say enough amazing things about my teammates.
Yeah, I just think it's our culture that gets us here. I mean, we are all just so dedicated, and every single day when we get off the field, we break with the words "as one," and we really just believe in that. So I think that's what really gets us to the end every single year. I mean, we're competing every year. We're in postseason every year. So I think that just reflects our culture, and it was a blast to get here.
This is another question for anyone. Katie, going back to what you were saying, being as one, a lot of teams talk about, being a family, but it's very obvious that y'all care for each other in that way. What does it mean for any of y'all to be a part of that Linfield family?
It's something unreal. I mean, before I came to college, me personally, I didn't know if I wanted to play college ball because I was just over it. I've been with a lot of bad teams, and then as soon as I got here as a freshman, it just reignited my love for this game. And I've never been on a team that spends 5 or 6 hours a day with each other and then still hangs out with each other after practices and stuff. So it's more than softball. It's a family, and it really is. And we just love each other. And even though we didn't end with a ring at the end, we ended with a lot of family members. So.
Their teammates are the reason I came back. I mean, it's a big decision to take that 5th year and come back for a graduate, and being a part of this team is something special. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and we don't put in all the time we do with the people we do if we don't like each other, because we would not be where we are if I didn't know that Katie and Kat and the rest of Cat Ball has my back.
Coach, one last question for you. Obviously, 3 incredible seniors here. What does it mean to have the leadership of players like these seniors on your team?
I mean, these guys are all fifth years, so I mean, unbelievable experience and leadership, and there's not much they haven't seen. Although we saw a couple things at the end of the year we haven't seen. But again, I mean, even me doing it for 20 years, you still see stuff you haven't seen. So, but just their leadership, and most of them just do it by example. They're all just really hard workers and play the game the right way, and really taking, I think, the things we buy into our culture of working hard and doing things right, and trying to become the very best at their craft, which is obviously playing softball, but for her, a shortstop and left fielder, right fielder, and certainly three of the best players that we've had come through the program. And we're going to miss the heck out of them, but know that they're all three going to do great things once they leave Linfield. So I'm super excited for them that way, but obviously super sad that I don't get to coach them and write them on the lineup card, pitch BP to them, and all the stuff that you start thinking about even today when you're pitching BP, like this could be the last time, and I've probably pitched a million pitches to some of these guys over the years. So that's, bittersweet. That stuff hits you more and more, I think, once you realize that we're actually done, and that'll be the sad part for me and for them, is when you really realize, like, there's just certain things we aren't going to get to do anymore. So.
What was your message to the team as a whole after this one?
Obviously proud of them. In the coach speak, you're definitely disappointed because, like I told you guys, we just left a lot on the table. But you never know how a team's going to react to an elimination game after being pretty disappointed about how we played against Co. And being against Trine, who's the second-ranked team in the country and is a very good program, and then to fall behind 2-0. I really felt like our team could have collapsed and got a run today. Just the way the game kind of started, it seemed that our kids are who they are, and they just kind of battled back and obviously had every opportunity to win the game. And I think if we would have won, we probably would have been dangerous, because I kind of felt like we kind of found our way a little bit today offensively, and Taya's been doing a great job keeping us in everything. So just that, but I'm just proud of them. I mean, what else can you say to a team that lost 6 games all year and went through the road we went through, and plays, I think, in a really tough conference, and we start, and it's such a long season. Our conference is different than most. It's finally changing, but like we had a 3.5 week break before the playoffs started, and then we had to figure out a way to kind of reinvigorate the play again, which meant we started practice back in January. So I mean, this is a 5 month 6 month deal, man. It's been a long grind, and to end it, obviously, in the final 8, like you guys said, is such a privilege. And East Texas Baptist, obviously, and the staff here has done an amazing job, and such a great facility to play in the year. And so want to thank, obviously, them, because that was certainly made the experience. And Janae, does such a good job of trying to understand the student athlete experience. And obviously, she was, I know, a big part of why they put in the bid to host here. And but the staff here has done a great job, so I want to make sure we should give a shout out to them for sure.
Congratulations to you all on a great season, and
Thank you.
best wishes moving forward. Thank you all.
Thank you.